Why? Triple H releasing Dakota Kai after her comeback doesn't make any sense to Sonya Deville. The WWE creative team has been constantly making drastic decisions post-WrestleMania 41. They have released certain superstars from their roster, and some of these releases are almost a shock. Triple H and the WWE recently released Dakota Kai, a promising talent in the WWE and a two-time tag team champion. The release of Dakota Kai was not expected, and a former WWE wrestler, Sonya Deville, shared her views on the following case. Deville could be the person who can understand the injustice that happened to Kai, as she was also released by the WWE 3 months back abruptly. Dakota Kai suffered several injuries but still had a strong passion for competing inside the ring, and this decision to release her could kill her dreams. The abrupt release of Dakota Kai by the WWE and Triple H. Recently, the WWE creative team released Braun Strowman and several other female wrestlers. The notable names who suffered this release were Dakota Kai and Shayna. Both wrestlers were promising talents and have been women's team champions twice in separate teams. However, it became more tragic for Dakota Kai as Vince McMahon fired her in April 2022. But Triple H brought her back in July 2022 under his regime. A similar frustration was visible in Sonya Deville as she sat for a podcast to discuss the recent release of Dakota Kai by the WWE. Expressing her frustration, she said, Deville continues explaining Kai's potential and toughness as she has undergone multiple injuries throughout her career in the WWE. She was a member of a notable team, Damage CTRL, with Io Sky and Bayley, and she had also been immensely successful in NXT during her initial days in the WWE. Though she was a promising talent and a very agile wrestler, her speed and intensity brought consequences of injuries. Some of the major ones are a torn ACL in 2019 and a meniscus injury in 2024. These injuries can keep a wrestler away from the ring for a long time, and the audience can lose connection. Apart from Dakota Kai, the multiple releases of Braun Strowman and Shayna were unexpected by WWE fans. Shocking releases by the WWE that left fans questioning the decisions of Triple H. The main roster of the WWE went through a wave of releases, and the exclusion of Braun Strowman was a major disappointment. However, there are multiple sources online that point to his high salary and lack of creative direction for the wrestler that got him released from the WWE. Another major disappointing release is Shayna Baszler. She was a two-time NXT champion and two-time women's tag team champion on the main roster, where she faced one of the toughest wrestlers in the WWE, Ronda Rousey, and delivered a brilliant performance. The intensity that Shayna brought to the table made her a top candidate for the future face of women's wrestling. Though these wrestlers have been turned down by the WWE, they can always look for other opportunities, as All Elite Wrestling would be a perfect spot for them to rebuild their character. Many WWE superstars who had a fallout with the WWE went into the AEW and became some of the top stars in that franchise. Dean Ambrose walking away from WWE and joining AEW as Jon Moxley has been one of the most successful examples for all the wrestlers who are or will be released by WWE.